opponent. But gentlemen, Shockwave said it. Nate down there went crazy. What do you guys think about that Carbon Triggers Down matchup?
I mean, I was surprised. I saw Triggers Down as after Dallas, being in a position where they could really roll. But at the same time, I shouldn't have been. This is what Carbon does. You know what I mean? Just when you write them out, suddenly they come back and they say, hey, guess what? We're Carbon. This is what we like to do. Apparently, Shockwave has found his game again, which is great to see. That last game, they played a TS game. Carbon had 45 assists on their 50 kills. Now, that's like the Carbon of old. That's team shooting, and that's how you win.
And, I thought the weakness of Carbon's game all season long has been their lack of teamwork, lack of communication, and it really shows that they've put in a lot of time, a lot of effort in fixing those mistakes and coming into this event and shocking the whole world. I'll be honest, I did not think that Carbon was going to get past the second round, but they come out swinging. They take down the team that just won the Dallas playoffs. My hat's off to those guys.
And you know what? It's so much going on. Looking at the experience, a lot of these teams, you got Instinct, Final Balls, Carbon, names that we've heard, teams that we've heard before, and Walshy on Instinct bringing that experience to them in this championships. How much is experience going to play in these championships here?
I think it has to play a role. I mean, one of the things everybody forgets is that there's a lot of pressure when you're on the main stage to begin with, right? You got hundreds of thousands of people watching you live. You got the audience here. There's fan favorites, and then there are some players that the fans like to get on a little bit, right? The money definitely helps, but I think the experience, what that helps you do is it lets you know, like, you drop a game, it's not the end of the series. Maybe your shot's off a little bit. You got to find your rhythm. You got to believe in yourself, and you can't crack under the pressure. If you don't have the experience, sometimes I think maybe mentally you become a little weaker.
And Chris, now, 2008 was crazy. I mean, a lot of ups and downs, team changes, all this stuff going on, different teams stepping up and winning different cities. What were some of your favorite moments from the 2008 season?
Well, favorite moments, of course, would have to be the first time ever hosting the pregame show. That was a great time. But, Straight Rippin' taking 2 events, Triggers Down taking 2 events, Final Boss taking 1. And, I really think the thing I'm looking forward to most is seeing who's going to go down in history, at least right now, as the greatest team in Halo 3.
And Sundance, how about you? What do you think about what we got going on?
Well, I mean, this season's just been crazy. Normally by this point in the season we say there's 1 or 2 clear favorites to win, right? And yeah, we have our favorites, but we saw what Carbon did to one of them already.
Right.
Because the level of skill and ability, as this league grows and millions of kids come into it and take their shot, you get players like Hysteria, you get players like Snipe Down who come in here and who become difference makers, and they make it a little bit harder for the Ogres and Walshies of the world. But you know what? It just shows you with what Carbon just did. Anybody can win. The talent is just off the charts. And to me, just seeing all that team changing that's happened at the top, but the fact that those teams haven't missed a beat. They're still totally in sync.
And all those team changes, Faruq, I got to cut off you there.
It's all right. It's all right.
Like the team changes. In my mind, I think it made all the teams that are competing here even stronger. I kind of questioned some of the moves while they were being made.
Right.
But now coming into Vegas and seeing these teams practice, I've been, watching some stats online, checking the Bungie stats. These guys, they're prepared. All of these teams are stronger. This is the best tournament we are ever going to have in MLG history, at least to this date.
And we're going to bring that all to you as we got game 1 coming up for you, Straight Rippin' taking on Instinct. But before we do that, let's take a look back and look at this great 2008 MLG Pro Circuit season.
The 2008 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit has been the greatest season of pro gaming yet. With the new game, new pros emerged to make their mark on history as MLG traveled to 5 cities across North America.
MLG!
The season kicked off at Meadowlands, where thousands of players and spectators witnessed Pro Circuit veterans face off against new and old faces alike. Final Boss won the event, proving that they were still on top after winning the 2007 National Championships. While Final Boss took first, the biggest story of the weekend was Classic, as they came out of nowhere to take second place.
We never thought we'd be in the finals, actually from the winner's bracket. We never thought it would even be like that. It just feels amazing.
San Diego hosted the second stop of the circuit, where Straight Rippin' emerged as the dominant force in Halo 3.
Oh, that's it, folks! Takes it home, Straight Rippin' wins San Diego!
Feels great. We put a lot of hard work into this tournament, probably more than any other tournament I've ever had in my whole life.
Instinct took second place with breakout player Snipe Down, a newcomer to the circuit and only his second event.
Snipe Down playing amazing right now.
Most shockingly, members of Ambush upset Meadowlands champions Final Boss, who ended up finishing in a career-low 7th place.
We just weren't ready for him. We were just kind of looking past this match, to be honest, and we got what we deserved, basically.
The third stop on the circuit was Orlando, where Ambush struck again, upsetting Straight Rippin' early in the tournament.
We made some really dumb rushes at the end. We didn't need to, and they took advantage of it. And I don't know, good job for them.
Meanwhile, in the winners bracket finals, a new rivalry was being played out on the main stage. Having swapped Snipe Down for Victory X, Triggers Down and Instinct battled it out for a spot in the championship match. Triggers Down proved victorious and went on to win the tournament against Straight Rippin' in the finals.
Since I've only been at 3 events and getting first place after the 3rd event, it is ridiculously amazing.
Before the next event, Final Boss made some of the most shocking news in MLG history, dropping team captain Walshy for Straight Rippin' star player Neighbor. This move caused Straight Rippin' to pick up breakout rookie Snipe Down to replace Neighbor.
Him leaving the team, it hit me kind of personally, but I'm really happy with Snipe Down. He's honestly one of the nastiest players I've ever seen.
Walshy moved on to lead Instinct with another set of twins, Lunchbox and Roy.
It'll be a very emotional match if we get to play them.
In Toronto, Straight Rippin' and Instinct were both able to defeat Final Boss in close games before meeting up in the championship match. Straight Rippin' came out on top, though, netting them their 2nd win of the season.
Straight Rippin' played incredible this entire tournament.
The 2008 playoffs were held in Dallas, where over 200 teams competed for the final 8th spot among the pros. Legends came out on top, taking the 8th spot and guaranteeing their place in the Vegas Championships.
It feels awesome. It's just we've accomplished so much. We came so far.
As the top 8 competed, match after match of the most intense Halo 3 yet played out with Straight Rippin' and Triggers Down meeting in the finals. After one of the most exciting 10-game series ever, Triggers Down emerged victorious with their new star pickup, Karma.
I can't explain it. I've been out of the top for so long now. I finally feel like I'm back again. It really feels amazing.
Now is the time everyone has been waiting for, the 2008 MLG National Championships. The top 8 teams in the world have gathered here for the final showdown. Who will take home the $100,000 grand prize and title of 2008 Halo 3 National Champion? It's time to find out.